Hello and thanks for joining me on Sport Pilot James Glory on another exciting episode of Sport Vibe on DNT, where we'll bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sports every Tuesday as is our tradition to do so. And this week won't be an exception, so I'd implore you to please stay tuned because we'll be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back. It's a beautiful Tuesday, starting from the world of tennis, talking about the Wimbledon finals that we witnessed history being made by the Italian man, where you talk about Jannik Sinner. But before the final, you remember that Jannik Sinner set up a semi-finals for himself between him and Novak Djokovic, the man that has won the Wimbledon on a 4 straight occasion. It was a semi-final to look out for between these two to determine the hope of Jannik Sinner if he will be proceeding to the Wimbledon final for the very first time. But after defeating Novak Djokovic, one of the greatest in the world of tennis, the world #1, made it to the finals of the Wimbledon for the first time to face his arch rival Carlos Alcaraz. And you remember that the last finals between them this year lasted for 5 hours 29 minutes. It was an interesting and an intense one in their last final, and quite an interesting one, particularly for the Italian man this time around, after he was able to defeat his arch rival Carlos Alcaraz at the finals of the Wimbledon to win that title for the first time in his career, after making it to the finals of that particular competition for the very first time, following a difficult route and facing a difficult challenge in the finals of the competition. He was able to win Carlos Alcaraz in the finals of the competition, something that he has failed to do in their last 2 meetings in the world of tennis. Jannik Sinner right now is the winner of the Wimbledon, and he has been able to do that against his arch rival, the Italian man, doing wonders in the world of tennis. And you can't take nothing away from these two young talents, the 23 and the 22-year-old men, showing us what it takes and what we'll be witnessing in years to come in the world of tennis. And talking about the female category, we could see that girl was able to win the female category, and that was an interesting conclusion in the Wimbledon, and it's quite also an interesting one in the world of sport at large. And quickly, let's switch our attention to the world of football, as we know that the World Club Cup has been concluded over the weekend, where we saw Chelsea Football Club winning the World Club Cup. So many records tied to that particular trophy being won by Chelsea. Following through to the finals of the competition, Paris Saint-Germain were defeated by Chelsea, and Chelsea are now the champions of the world when it comes to the Club World Cup. But permit me to go shortly on a very quick break, and when we're right back, we continue from where we stop.
JK Royal Signatures, a blend of African fabric.
Welcome back. Like I said, the World Club Cup has been won by Chelsea, defeating Paris Saint-Germain, the formidable force, in the finals of the World Club Cup at the United States of America. Quite an interesting one for the London team, making London proud. And when Chelsea says they are the pride of London, they know what they are saying. They did what Arsenal Football Club couldn't do. They did what Manchester City couldn't do, what Aston Villa couldn't do, and this time around they were able to defeat Paris Saint-Germain, who has been able to defeat Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, and the likes of Atletico Madrid at the run in the year 2025. Chelsea Football Club are the champions of the Club World Cup once again. You can take nothing away from Enzo Maresca, who has lived up to expectation in his first season as Chelsea manager. He has been able to successfully seal the Champions League spot. He has been able to win the Conference League that they participated, though we were abusing them at some point for participating in the Conference League, but they were able to win the competition. And in the Club World Cup, when it matters the most, they were able to spoil the 2025 for Paris Saint-Germain, who were hoping to dominate football, being able to win the Club World Cup and the world of football. But Chelsea Football Club winning that, and Arsenal fans are praising them, being the only team in England that has been able to defeat Paris Saint-Germain. But a sad one for Arsenal fans, and let me remind Arsenal fans that this is the first season of Enzo Maresca with Chelsea, but with Mikel Arteta being the manager of Arsenal Football Club, they have only been able to lift one trophy under Mikel Arteta in the last 5 years. So they shouldn't be so excited, but they should be optimistic going into the new season, as they have secured the signature of a new striker, Victor Gyokeres, and they look to be arranging their team to challenge for the Premier League this season. Will they be able to win it? We know Liverpool has been able to stock up their players, also looking forward to win it again in the Premier League. But you take nothing away from Chelsea Football Club, also, who has been able to win the World Club Cup, and an interesting one for them. But Manchester United continues to chase players after players in the transfer window. Teams like Tottenham Hotspur have continued to sign players, but Manchester United is here to get a significant signing in what looks to change their season in the 2025-2026 season that is coming up in a month's time. Will they be able to sign players, and will they be able to make difference in the transfer window? But till then, Arsenal Football Club continues to celebrate Chelsea, who are the champions and the pride of London. Quite a dramatic one at the end of that competition. And in the competition, you would know that Kupama was given the player of the tournament after being able to score a brace in the finals of that particular competition. We saw a player from Real Madrid winning the Golden Boot when you talk about Gonzalo Gracias being able to score 4 goals and make an assist in the Club World Cup. And the goalkeeper of the tournament award going to Roberto Sanchez, who I think it's unfair on the part of Donnarumma, who has kept most clean sheets in the competition. But the performance from Sanchez saw him winning that ahead of Donnarumma in the finals of that particular one. And the young player of the tournament went to Desiree Doué, who has the world in his feet in the world of football. With Dembele losing out of the Club World Cup, is Lamine Yamal back to the argument of the Ballon d'Or? So many things to talk about in the world of football. And you remember that Paris Saint-Germain has another match to play against another England side, Tottenham Hotspur, where we talk about the Super Cup, where the winners of the UEFA Champions League and Europa League face each other at the tournament. Will they be able to win this one against Tottenham Hotspur? This is the length at which we'll be going on this week episode of Sport Vibe on DNT World. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media and do a Sport Vibe on DNT World. Enjoy your week and be a law-abiding citizen. Thank you.